Hello, and welcome to the back nine of round 3.
Yeah, of the 2023 PDGA Professional World Championships, presented by LL Bean. We are out here at Brewster having a grand old time. I'm Erika Stinchcomb.
I'm Madison Walker. We're your two hoggies.
Honk, with flawless teamwork, as always.
Finishing each other's sentences.
Sandwiches. We are watching definitely a little bit better play than we saw on day one. A little bit better conditions. Kristin, Tattar, Missy, Gannon, bogey free. Missy 4 down, Kristin 3 down. Eveliina, Salonen having a really good stretch. Only the one blemish of a double bogey. She's 2 down. And then Benson starting off strong, finding some errors on the back. She has dropped down to a tie for 5th, but still playing well. It's anybody's game out here, kind of. I mean, Kristin Tattar with a massive lead, but whatever.
Yeah, Missy Gannon, though, has a pedal to the metal, as she said in her interview before the front 9. Go check it out if you haven't watched the front 9 yet, you weirdos. Hole 10, 410 feet downhill, plays like 350-ish. It's a dead straight shot. Maybe you can work a flex down, but it's very touchy because you have to get by that little grouping of trees on the right-hand side of the fairway before and not dump something over to the right side after, because it's brutal down there. Erroring left is the best place to error. This is one that everyone knows that they can get, but it is such a demanding tee shot.
Yeah, just the hillside kind of amplifies any sort of nose angle error. I think the perfect shot is a flat shot, just like Missy's throwing, with a late break, just like Missy's throwing. But you need a little bit more turn and a little bit less speed.
God, Missy is just throwing a disc so far right now.
Yeah. Let's see what that was, actually.
Big distance Missy strikes again. Watch out, spectators.
That was a thrasher, so that was a pretty aggressive play. You see a lot of like fairway drivers, or this is actually a star Mako 3 from Eveliina. You don't see as many mid-rangers, but I think it's becoming more and more common as the field gets better.
Yep. Give it some height, let it glide. It's impressive how those little sticky branches don't look like much, but they can stop your disc dead in their tracks.
That's an iron wall over there. This is an Orbit St. Pro. Wow. So, and that's kind of that late break that I'm talking about. Doesn't quite get the full fade at the end, but she's pinned high.
Alex with the advantage here. She's thrown this shot a bunch of times. Riding that left side like you should, but doesn't get the turn on it that she wants. But circle 2.
As you said, that's like definitely the best mistake to make. You actually have kind of a long look from over there, just inside circle 2. That's a pretty floaty upshot from Eveliina.
It's so good. Those 2 guardian trees seem to be really good at getting in the way.
Oh, yeah?
Lots of straddle putts from around those, I'm sure.
All right, so Alex, it actually looks like she's just outside circle 2, having to kind of throw a weird shot over that bush. Tree? Bush.
Grouping.
Of
bushes.
Of bush trees.
Missy from way downtown.
That's going to be a par from Missy.
Only 3 competitors out of the 40 in the pool today getting the birdie.
Oh, I thought that was going to bounce her in for a second.
Valerie Mandujano, Raven Klein, and Holly Finley getting those 2s.
I think she thought I was going to bounce it in too. Eveliina for a par save. First miss we've seen from her. Not bad, just a little left. Alex makes good on her par save.
80% of the field taking pars on this one.
Whoa.
Yep.
Boring.
So boring.
No, I actually really like this hole.
Me too.
It's hard but fair.
Fun to throw.
Yeah, anytime you get to throw downhill, I feel like it's a crowd pleaser, Kristin maintaining that 7-stroke lead. Eveliina tied with Holland Hanley, both 1 down on the round. Hole 11, downhill par 4. I really like this one. 620 feet. Forehand works on the tee shot. I like the gentle backhand turnover with the late fade to right about here. And then it's a dead straight shot, probably another 250 feet or so if you land in the ideal landing zone. Really tough birdie. It's one of the most, I think, satisfying holes to score on out here at Brewster Ridge. What would you say? Early right, probably the worst mistake.
Yeah.
If you kind of filter out to the left, there's routes. You can at least get par from over there. And if you get far enough down to the left, you can even save a birdie. There's kind of a weird little fairway down there.
I feel like everyone loves this hole. It's not necessarily just like the purest disc golf shot line, but it's just the epitome of what I think a disc golf hole should be.
Yeah, it just feels so good to hit it right.
Yes.
And you know out of your hand, you're like, that's it.
Yep. And even if you don't hit it, you're still like, this is going to be fun. Like you are going to have some sort of crazy gap you're going to have to hit with the hill. It's just an exciting hole to play.
Wow, look at this forehand from Kristin Tattar. That's as good as you can throw that forehand. You saw how hard she had to push the back wall, and she still ends up a little bit right, but that was great.
This played as the second most difficult hole of the day. A lot of scrambling required here. Alex throwing a really great shot, though. Still, even though she's in the middle, like in that little tree grouping, it can be tough to recover from in there.
It can be. I think she'll be able to get a par. That was a star Roadrunner, and if it just started to break a little earlier, I think that would have been perfect. Eveliina, too tight.
Yeah, going huge. Unfortunately, turning it.
Oh, yeah, that was a champion TL3. She's trying to eagle this sucker.
Just trying to chip out, catches the last tree before the fairway. This is going to be a tough par to save, especially... Oh, no, she's throwing a patent pending. This is...
Oof.
Oh,
and
no.
she's still trying to get all the way down there. And
But she's still having fun, though.
Look at her smiling, still loving it.
This hole is so fun.
Missy Gannon, have some fun for us. That looks amazing.
Wow.
Get some good ground play. Ah.
She got rooted, as we do out here.
Great shot, but kind of a rough little break there. I thought it was going to skip right to the pin. Eveliina's fourth shot already. Not having fun. It's official.
No.
There's a lane where she is now. It's so tight, but hopefully she can get something.
Yeah, she's kind of not... After that first little pitch out shot, she doesn't want to pitch out anymore. You can see her really still pushing. Alex, the same thing.
Yeah, she could have just pitched into the middle and taken par. That was an aggressive shot from Alex.
Yeah, these are the decisions you have to make out here, especially on this type of par 4. And
Kristin doing the same thing.
It'll bite you if you don't.
Bite ya. Kristin gets the majority of the way down there with her aggressive second shot. Alex trying to work the forehand now. Forehand turnover. Low and cut roll to the right. I think she'll have an open look from there.
Eveliina's still trying to hit through that final wall.
I was going to say, she doesn't quite... There's a gap down here, and she's not quite lined up with it, but she makes it work.
That is so good.
Mm-hmm.
Some nice little ground play at the end as well. Alex now ping-ponging over on the right side. Just a little chip sidearm. There's those guardian trees, and unfortunately, she gets caught up by one of them.
Missy's third. Looks like she's probably about, 80 feet? 90 tops?
Yep. Oh, I like the little safe play out to the right.
Not safe enough. She's just outside the circle, I think.
It happened so fast.
Yeah, I know. It did look safe, didn't it? No one's safe. But we're having fun, right? We're having fun.
So much fun.
Like we said. Oh, man. Missy for a par save. 35 feet. High right. I feel like we caused this.
Yeah, this was our fault.
Alex trying to save bogey. Kind of an awkward straddle. She makes good. Alex having some really clutch putts out here today. Struggling through this middle stretch, but still showing a lot of strong disc golf.
Kristin with a really great par. 53% of the field taking par, but our lead card competitor is struggling a little bit.
Yeah, Eveliina definitely working hard for that double bogey. That was an amazing last shot.
There was only 2 birdies on the day. Paige Shue and Chantel Budinski.
And Chantel just won a Silver Series down in Rochester last weekend, so gotta say congrats to her. Kristin now an 8-stroke lead with Missy's bogey. Ooh, Lucky Lorenzen. 3 down, moving on up.
Hole 12, one of the zigzag holes, 355 feet. Definitely plays a little longer than... Oh, wait, no, sorry, I was confused. This is a nice downhill 355-foot shot. I like a mid, a nice straight mid. I think gets the job done. You might see fairways. You could see a putter as well from Eveliina or some of our distance throwers. It's all about giving it a little bit of height, but it has to come in soft because this green is super skippy and there's an OB line deep that you can find if you come in too hot. You don't want to land early left. It can be really tough to putt from over there. So if you're going to error deep and right.
Yeah, the OB definitely comes up faster on the left as well. I think you're right. It is a mid, but fairway's just so...
easy.
Tempting?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's strange. That was a great shot from Kristin. She's throwing a moonshine harp. Cool.
It's just like you don't have to throw it very hard, and the fairway just kind of carries. But it also, unless it's a really straight one, it goes so left.
You're right. You're correct.
The hill really does like pull you down and left.
It just feels like you have to throw the mid kind of hard, and then you end up on the right side really easily.
Which is so fun.
Missy with a Z swirl buzz. She gets to circle too.
Yeah. Those little rocks right at the entrance are pretty catchy if you come in low and safe.
Alex going star Hawkeye, trying to work the right side. Gets caught up and lands short of circle 2, it looks like. Eveliina obviously throwing putters as she's been doing on all of the downhill holes. That's that Glow Halo Star AVR 3 again. So many words to describe one disc. She gets caught up on a late left tree, but it's like a circle 2 putt. Alex giving it a run. Keeps it in the bullseye for a par.
Eveliina giving it a hyzer bid, but doesn't like it out of the hand. 20% of the field getting to circle 1 and 20% of the field taking birdies on this one. I'm glad they didn't elevate it this year. Last year it was an elevated basket.
I think last couple of years.
Yeah.
Dang, that looked like a good run from Missy. She just hits the band dead center. Yeah, I do think that this was a good change.
I vote less elevated baskets in general.
Yeah, you're not alone. Kristin not super happy with her putting effort there. Eveliina coming back for a par. And these baskets don't really like right side. Doesn't really stick. You gotta... Even
hyzer, it's not into it. Yeah, even on the pole, not into it.
Yeah, you gotta land dead center or a little left of center. Like those normal putts that are right side that are 50-50 are 0-100 out, you know, on these baskets. Yeah, it could have stuck, but it didn't. Like, they never stick. It's strange.
What a great run from Missy.
That looked so good the whole way.
Dead center high.
Alex gonna overtake Eveliina after that bogey.
When you first sign up for a PDGA membership, you're given a PDGA number. Your PDGA number is a stamp for when you got involved in the sport. It's a badge of pride for players and a part of your disc golf identity. Get your number today. Visit pdga.com/join.
Hole 13, I like a sidearm off the tee. Backhand works as well. It's par 4, 570 feet. You're just trying to get to this corner, so a straight backhand works fine. But if you can kind of get around the corner and a little bit right, landing on this road, you're set up to potentially attack for birdie. This one is so hard to get, though. Look at how dead straight this tunnel shot is. It's probably, once you get to the corner, still 300 feet or so, depending on where you land, obviously. And then if you kind of under commit on the second shot and end up on the left side of that tunnel, there's like no scrambling for par over there.
Yeah, it's really hard to commit to playing aggressive on the second shot because it sets up for a backhand turnover, ideally, unless you're really far left. But it's so hard to commit to that because you catch any tree, you kick left, or if you, like Erika said, under commit and go down the left side, there is not a lot of rescuing par available.
Kristin Tattar throws a good forehand with an orbit grace, and that's definitely the mistake to make, kind of fading over to this side. And Missy Gannon as well, kind of cheating that corner and getting away with it. That's just fine.
That is ideal.
I mean, she's definitely bringing that tree into play, but she ends up perfect. Definitely better to work that right side than end up on the left of the corner.
Is this a play that people are doing on purpose?
Intentional.
Yeah.
I don't know if Missy's was. It kind of looked like it. Alex's looked intentional.
I've heard people joke about it, but...
Joke's on you.
Joke's on me. Gosh. I like a sidearm here. I'm surprised Evelina's not throwing a sidearm, but I guess...
That was a cool play. It's her Tour Series Rock 3.
Works great.
Yeah, I'm a little surprised too. I do think it sets up a little bit better for the sidearm. Alex lined up at least to get a par. If you can get down to that bridge kind of area down there, it makes for a pretty easy par. Yeah,
just like
that looks great.
Eveliina going to be pretty pinched on the corner as well. She's going to be excited just to get out.
Little sneaky. That might have been a good thing.
Yeah.
I think she's going to that left side we were talking about. That's just absolute jail.
Hopefully she's short of it. Kristin right at the mouth of the gap. What is it right there? 80 feet?
She's, almost a circle two for sure.
Yes, 65, 80.
Missy going to have the best look at it of probably anyone in the field here.
Yeah, that is unbelievable.
And she capitalizes.
Wow.
Yes.
That's so good. Where her drive landed, it's so hard to access that area without cheating the corner, like Erika said. It's so impossible to get a forehand there.
Ooh, what a great little touchy sidearm from Eveliina. She gets it to about 22 feet. Alex with, 100 feet left? Maybe a little bit more.
This little gap sets up perfectly for the flex sidearm, but those guardian trees can catch you, and they're right in tester range.
A little bit too much flex from Alex. Yeah, Kristin from, looks like you were right, 80 feet. No problem. Huge string of pars from Kristin. Ooh,
wow.
Perfect jumper.
Alex's putting is looking so solid today.
Little high five to the basket. Eveliina looking for a par after that bogey, double bogey, bogey stretch. Just trying to get a par, get some momentum. Hopefully get a couple birdies to end it.
Only 5 of the 40 competitors in C-Pool got 2 inside the circle for birdie.
Such a tough one. It's funny though, all of the hardest holes, like I'm looking at them and, you think when you're practicing, like, yeah, I can get that one. Sure.
Yep.
And then in reality, it's like, whew.
Yeah.
That's
demanding.
Hard. Missy Gannon, though, making it look easy. But she really had to cheat that corner.
Yeah. She got, I don't want to say lucky, but a
little.
Pushing that corner and getting through is...
Her second shot was flawless, and that is easy to make a mistake on. So let's, give her credit where credit is due.
We'll give her partial credit.
Yeah, partial credit. Check plus.
That was the 4th most difficult hole of the day. Moving into this one of the easiest holes of the day, hole 14. It's only 275 feet, but it is straight uphill and plays closer to, I would say, 320, maybe 330. It's a newer hole, actually just brand new this year. It's a very tight hyzer line that you just want to push up the hill as far as you can and ideally finish a little left. You can see the basket from the tee pad, which is nice, but it feels a little bit like a Hail Mary shot, in my opinion. You're just throwing it as hard as you can at this really narrow gap and then hoping it hyzers.
Yeah, I think the play is to throw a turnover, just like, more of a turnover to the right of that tree. And then if you fade, great. Yep. But if you don't,
you'll have a long
still
putt.
Fine.
Yeah.
Oh, there's the Cookie Monster. Did you see the face?
Yep.
Everyone go back, freeze frame it. It's pretty good.
Early left is the worst. Early right is not great, but
Second worst.
can be recovered.
That tree is just a magnet. And it's kind of rough over there, too. I mean, I don't know if you know. I know. It's not great. So this is a shrike. And, okay.
Nice.
Yeah, Alex catches that tree, but nice tree direction.
Eveliina, we know, just going full power up the hill.
Duh. Champ Thunderbird.
Laces it.
So good. So good.
Wow. There we go. Missy, not that deep in the woods. Just
Yeah.
right on the edge.
It looks like... Oh, I thought she was going to go that skinny gap, but she goes out and around. Great shot.
Wow. Good power with the weird patent pending.
Yeah, and she had to go really close to that tree. See, not
Saw
great.
The deep breath.
Not great over here.
Oof. Lots of little guys, huh?
Yep.
That stump right in front of Alex, Stacey Ronsley, like shoved her disc under that, like it where the drive landed so deep under that log that you couldn't find it. It's like soft under there.
Whoa.
And she was like, I hope it's my disc. I don't want to play from it. And Jess goes like, what else would be under there? What are you going to just pull discs out? And she pulls her out and then pulls another one out
No.
right behind it. It was
That's
like,
crazy.
It was like a magic hat. Kristin, unfortunately, going to have to settle for bogey after getting tangled up early.
Like one of those never-ending scarves, like
Yes.
the clown one.
Yes.
Just a string of discs.
We were all blown away. There's more.
Alex with a par there. Kristin gonna take... Is that her first bogey of the round?
Yes.
Yep. And Missy gonna get a stroke on her. Brings it down to 6 probably, because math probably. Great birdie from Eveliina.
Most likely.
Probable statistic for sure. Thrilled with that perfect champion Thunderbird shot.
More smiles, Eveliina.
Oh my gosh, I was right.
Holland in the solo third position right now. Lucky in solo fourth with some really solid 3-down rounds.
New tee position rather for hole 15, par 3, 325 feet. Nice straight shot through this gap on the right side, and you just want something to fade a little bit at the end. I think a mid is the smart play. It's downhill, so it plays a little bit shorter. You get at least a circle 2 with a mid-range. You can definitely find the circle, but you see a lot of kind of aggressive fairway shots as we learn this new hole. We've always gone from the MPO tee pad now, which is much farther back. So it's kind of interesting to watch everyone dial this hole in. It's still really difficult.
Yes.
But I think I hope they keep it here, and I think we're all going to figure it out pretty soon. It's still touchy.
I know my opinion doesn't matter super much on this.
I think it matters.
But
it matters to me.
This is, in my opinion, the worst hole on the course. This is
I
the
think
only
it's a
one
good change, though.
It's a good change, but it's the only one that I wish we could just like flush down the toilet forever.
Wow.
I really just, I don't know, the line, something
Look at
about
this.
it. But people that throw it well make it look so easy. This is an unbelievable shot.
Yeah,
but it's,
that was a thrasher.
I guess maybe that was a thrasher.
Yeah, really aggressive.
Super aggressive. I think that's why I don't like it. It feels like you have to throw the highest risk shot ever to get to the green.
That's definitely true. That's why I just like the mid-range to maybe a circle 2 look.
Yeah, so it feels like kind of like you're playing for par, kind of.
Not if you're a really good circle 2 putter like me.
Alex Benson to the middle. She got a little tree love. 13% of the field getting birdie, 15 getting par, 15 getting bogey, 73 getting par. So just a weird tweener hole.
Yeah, I don't mind it. I did not like it before. I think it's fine now.
Yeah,
It's
we
fine.
played from a little bit clocked left and add 75 feet. And it made a huge difference.
Yeah, it's hard. A 400-foot weird line.
Very weird. Like
Yeah.
a U shape almost.
Yeah.
And a much more narrow gap. You can see how easy the par is to save if you just chip it to the middle like Erika said. If you error to that right side, it can be brutal.
Yeah, look at this kind of weird look Eveliina has. Oh, wow, gives it a bid. Gets the
Buttery.
koozie.
And then we'll see Kristin, who errored early left. Oh,
She
already
pitched
chipped
up.
out. Okay.
Yeah, we were blabbering. That's not a word.
Yeah, it is. We were blabbering. I was statting. Missy with a look for birdie.
Yeah. And though you're correct in that was a really aggressive, highly aggressive play, she kept it so low. I think it was a really cool play. The distance driver you definitely see can skip over that OB to the left. I think it's a really common mistake if you get too aggressive. So really cool shot from Missy.
Feels a little chancy, but it is well executed by Missy. That is no doubt.
Well,
here.
she brings it to 5, taking chances.
Yeah, she did.
Rolling them dice.
Pedal to the metal.
Yo.
We ride.
We riding.
Hole 16, another really fun downhill shot. You can throw a backhand turnover, but it can bring that corner into play. And if you catch one of those trees, you can kick out of bounds. Left side over that rock wall. I love the forehand here. You can go early through this gap that the drone's flying through, or you can push a little straighter, come in late, and you will almost always have a circle 1 putt. If you do come in that early gap with too much hyzer, you can get massive flare skips and have some trouble on the right-hand side.
I like the forehand as well, but I have seen more park jobs with backhands that make me a little upset because it's just like, I would love to throw a backhand, but I make myself throw the forehand because it's the higher percentage play.
I used to call this kind of a poke and hope. I was being a hater, but I feel like, I don't know, something's different where there are actual fairways now. I feel like there's gaps that you can try to hit.
I think it's
kind of blind.
The poke and hope is just the circle. You can get to circle 2 really easily.
Yep.
It's really hard to get to circle 1.
Yep.
There's definitely lanes. We see Eveliina just absolutely pipe one, but there's there's a backhand lane and a forehand lane. They're both teeny tiny.
Yep. And you can't see them from the tee pad.
Yeah, it's blind. What a shot. That was Eveliina's Star Destroyer. Alex Benson throwing a really smooth forehand here. Star Destroyer as well. And that's kind of that poke and hope. That was almost as good as Eveliina's shot, and just now she's deep circle 2.
Super downhill look.
Kristin Tattar throwing Fusion Felon. Hasn't gotten a birdie in a minute. I'm sure licking her chops at this one.
Ooh,
she would never lick her chops, but that was a great shot.
I love the felon play.
What? Stop it.
I like the felon play. I like a little bit of a slower disc here.
Yeah, smart play. Unfortunate roll. Missy left with kind of a strange shot. But she's just so good, folks.
Wow. Looks like she's been working on those patent pending. She's just been finessing her lines every time she's in that awkward stance.
Yeah, it's really easy to pull that shot. Solid looking bid from Alex. Leaves in the bullseye for an easy par.
Kristin from circle 2, deep, framed up. A quarter of the field got to circle 1, and a quarter of the field birdied this one.
Yes, Eveliina getting 2 birdies in the last 4 holes.
Really nice bounce backs from that little rough patch. Missy after an excellent scramble shot.
Doesn't even look like a scramble when it's that smooth. Kristin takes a par after that really mean little roll.
Only 1 birdie on our lead card.
There it is. Eveliina's putt looking really solid. And she overtakes Alex once again. They've been flip-flopping. Missy, great score. 5 down. Definitely out-competing the rest of the field. Hole 17, par 4. Really fun one. 545 feet. You want to pipe something dead straight down this fairway. Straight is fine, but if you make the corner, it is nice to fade just a little left, but not too far left. Gets squirrely. I'd say early left. Early right is probably the worst. Then early left? Early anything?
They're both not great.
It's just woods. Do we have to? We don't have to talk about it.
There's also a huge gully on the left side.
Oh yeah, we saw Paige shoot down there yesterday or 2 days ago. So if you make the corner, it's a pretty straightforward approach shot, just like a straight mid-range usually, or even a putter if you really blast one down there, like we're gonna see from Eveliina. This is nuts. She gets caught up at the corner. It's definitely possible to birdie from there, but it's kind of an awkward sidearm.
Not enough room to work the flex necessarily, but you can kind of crash one into the green short and it'll work.
Yeah. Missy, similar positioning. She actually gets through that right side. And then there's this false fairway on the right. It's not really pointed in the correct direction for a birdie.
Did she get all the way through to there?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Weird.
She got through that corner where Eveliina was.
Yeah.
A little lucky for sure. Another star strike from Alex. Way overturns it.
They're all super avoiding that left side.
Yeah, I don't really know what it's like over there. We'll see. This is an orbit grace. Ooh. In the gully.
Yeah, knocks down early.
No one really doing it.
No, thankfully if you go in right here, it's not super steep. If you add another 15 feet to this, it can get intense fast.
Yeah, intense is definitely the right word.
Lovely little creek ASMR for you guys.
Wow. Great shot.
Yeah, circle 2, but it's so guarded right there.
Yeah, there's
Gotta
that one
be out to the right.
There's that one tiny window that a weird amount of... I would love a stat of how many competitors end up throwing through that tiny window.
Yeah. Alex just forced to chip out to the fairway. She can still get a par from here. It's a pretty straightforward backhand hyzer.
It's not even a hyzer. I think it's just
flat.
a straight shot.
Yeah.
Yeah. Alex pulls hers to the right, though. Pretty extreme. Does Eveliina have an open run-up? Oh, she got just past it. Okay, so she has a turnover line.
Ooh, I love this little flex shot. Yes, that's one of my favorite shots in disc golf. So cool.
It is cool. That was great.
Checked up perfectly. The speed came in so nice.
Wow, definitely a little fortunate. I thought she was behind those trees.
Me too.
Yeah. Missy, here's that weird fairway I was talking about. Like, not really a fairway. Not really. It's not. What is it?
Yeah, it's just a little... There's a little weird statue there, so I feel like it's some sort of grounds.
Okay, yes.
That's the rational answer, you know?
Yeah, the grounds. Look at Alex Benson going through weird gap.
Yay. Oh, Missy's still with a tough
Whoa.
shot to get to the green for par.
Looks very intense.
I've been there twice.
Okay.
It is. But that was a great out.
Mm-hmm.
Kristin just chipping around.
Doesn't want to be a part of the new stat that we're tracking.
A wide straddle from Missy to save par.
Missy Gannon playing the hole like no one else, except maybe Madison Walker from the sound of it.
I don't know what I need to find over there, but there's something.
Side quest.
Yeah. Alex Benson going to have to, unfortunately, settle for bogey on this one. That one doesn't ever feel good.
What a great birdie from Eveliina. Fantastic second shot. And she's stringing together a really nice final part of her round.
Yep, finishing strong, battling through that little hiccup in the middle. I feel like most wooded rounds, when you get to this point, you're like kind of like dragging a little bit. You're like, I gotta push through. But this one, I feel like I leave with energy.
Oh yeah.
What is it about this place?
I don't know.
Hole 18, 340 feet, a new hole for us. There's a little, I don't want to call it a sucker gap on the left because it shortens the hole and it can be smart if you're feeling confident, but I like this hyzer play. It feels a little safer, and this 340 feet of distance can be tough to cover with all of the low-hanging branches from the bushes and then trying to get through this weird inside gap. If you push too deep, which is the safer way to miss, there's a bunch of trees you have to kind of poke and hope to get through to the green, get lucky. Not a lot of ground play can happen because of how wet the grass is. So it's all about power here.
Eveliina, no shortage of power. Surprised, honestly, not to see her go big hyzer.
Me too.
Yeah,
that was a
I mean,
friendly
it's
kick,
definitely,
though.
it's not a sucker gap. It's like
No.
definitely the gap. It's the better gap. But
I disagree.
the riskier gap.
It's riskier. Yeah, it's riskier.
I mean, it makes the hole shortest and easiest to birdie.
Yeah.
That's what I mean by better.
Yeah, it just if you catch those trees and kick left, you are donezo.
Oh, don't get me wrong. I'm taking hyzer all day. What a shot from Missy. Really hard to get all the way to the circle on that power hyzer line, but Missy Gannon, kind of a power player these days.
Yep, the inside low gap doesn't work very well, but she just made it look like it does. Kristin getting caught up in one of those guardian trees on the way in.
Alex looks like she's lining up. Oh, I thought she was lining up left side.
Me too.
It's right side. Fake out. Good height on this one. Probably not quite enough fade, but really solid shot.
Yep. That's a good place to be over there. It's very easy to get your par. Eveliina has to get through these last few little guardian trees, and she chips up to the green. Unfortunately, filtering a little far to the right. A little farther than you want on an elevated basket.
Yeah, gonna have to make a tester to stay under par. Really impressive that she got to 1 down with that kind of little, I don't know, cabbage patch? What do you call a little rough patch in the middle?
Yeah. I call it a hiccup.
Oh, okay. Really.
Cabbage patch is way better though.
Thank you. Kristin lays it up perfectly. She is, 2 down on the round? Solid round, but no fireworks. You know, trying to let people catch her, make it a little more dramatic. Very magnanimous of her.
Trying to keep it interesting for us in the booth.
All right, Missy, make it interesting.
She
did. And she doesn't. She loves it, folks.
We get some fist pumps. That was like 6 of them.
It was rapid fire for sure.
Yes.
What a round from Missy. Such focus all round. Yes, Eveliina, what a way to finish.
Man, that's a solid looking putt.
Yeah, 3 down through the last 5, to get back under par. Very impressive.
Yeah, look at Eveliina really battling back.
And Alex Benson, local, really strong start. She definitely battled the whole time. She's still going to be in the top 10. We still have 2 more rounds. Lots of golf. Kristin Tattar still in the lead, but now only 4 strokes separating. Missy Gannon doing work to put herself in contention.
And only 1 bogey from our number 1 and 2 at our current professional disc golf world championships. Holland Hanley and Lucky Lawrenson going to join us on the lead card tomorrow for our 2nd round at Fox Run Meadows. We'll finish our last 2 rounds there, but there will be a cut, correct? After round 4.
It's kind of a strange 45% cut. I think it's 36 competitors.
So 1 more round with everybody, with all 78 competitors tomorrow at Fox Run Meadows. This pool at Fox Run Meadows, the other pool at Brewster Ridge. With all of our competitors at the World Championships. It looks like to be in the top 20. Around 10 over par is what is keeping you there. Our cut line right here sitting at 16 over par so far after 3 rounds. Yeah.
Yep.
That wraps up our round 3. Sunny day. We have only sunny days in the forecast.
I do wish we got to play Brewster one more time, but
me too.
Yeah.
I was hoping we'd finish up there, but you know, 2 rounds at Fox with mountain views. We can't complain.
It's fine. It's
fine. Okay, thanks for hanging out with us, round 3. Come hang out tomorrow. I'm Madison Walker.
I'm Erika Stinchcomb. We're the 2 hot geese.
Honk.
Honk.